Shalom Israel. This is part 2 to the unknown catacombs, or what our biblical ancestors look like. Okay, and we showed in the previous video what the guy I talked to over the phone said what our ancestors look like.
You have to understand the initial images of Christ in countries like Poland, Spain, Italy. It's a white Caucasian country, right? Worship. This certainly doesn't look anything like the images that one associates with him, and I think it's much more likely to be an accurate reflection of the majority of people who would have been around at that time. Look at these telling images from a Jewish synagogue in Syria. They were painted in the 3rd century, less than 200 years from the time of Jesus. They're the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world, and fashions back then changed slowly.
The kind of hairstyle that you get, it's short, it's curly, it's, if you like, afro in style, and this seems to be almost uniform in the way that Jesus depicted there. It's unlikely that Jesus' skin tones were white in the traditional, as you get it in much of the traditional art, as you get it in the Hollywood Jesuses. It's more likely had darker skin tones, and is much more likely to have looked something like this.
See that?
You have to understand the
Okay, now let's get into the books. That's Daniel understand, all right? The book, The Art of the Roman Catacombs, and this book right here, the unknown Catacombs, right? Let's read what's in these books, right? So I have certain things highlighted. I'm not going to go into everything. Well, if you want, you can get the book on your own and read it for yourself. Okay? So just bear with me with my camera because it's not the best, but I'll try to do the best I can. So this is an introduction, right? You can read this on your own, right? And it says here that catacombs in Greek literally means at the hollows, and in ancient times referred to a natural cavity alongside the Via Appia, where the Basilica of Saint Sebastian now stands, in which were buried the corpses of those who, believing in bodily resurrection, refused the pagan rite of cremation. See that? This is what you're looking at right here. And in these slots, they will put the bodies in there, right? And if you go down, you have stairs right there. You're going downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the ancient Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? With the ancient Egyptians, how they wrote on the walls, and the people went in there and started whitewashing their images. Well, we're gonna see what happened in the catacombs of Rome. These are our ancestors, man. Okay? Yeah. So like here, what you're looking at, I'm putting this up some so you can see this. So in those slots, they put their dead in those slots, and they'll put the dead in there. Okay? And this is Priscilla. This is the Priscilla Catacomb, a labyrinth of tunnels, making access difficult for intruders and facilitating escape when necessary. All right. Now, let's keep on going. I want to get to some of the pictures. I want to read to you what's going on inside these catacombs. Right. Okay. So this is another one. Okay. Keep on going. I want to get as much as I can within this second take of this lesson. So you have here some images. All right, I want to bring this up. My camera's not that good, but you can see that's a black man with woolly hair. Okay. Let's keep on going. Okay, so this image right here, this is the apostles. There's the Mashiach, and they're the apostles. So you got 12 apostles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's Christ, the Mashiach in the middle. And they all have woolly hair. These are black men. You can't see that? The ancient apostles, the Christians, were called Negroes or niggas. It says here, a message of peace and resurrection. All right, this is a commemoration of the Last Supper. Okay, it's up here. Is a lady praying with her hands open. How you supposed to pray with our hands open? Right? It's the black people, man. No damn white Europeans. There's a good shepherd. There's the good shepherd. Let me turn my light on so you can see this. Okay, so it is right there. Let me go out some. So I had to put my magnifying glass up there so you can see this. So you see what I'm working with, Israel. I don't have the best camera, but you can see that. Okay, and that is. Look at that, man. That's the black dude with woolly hair. That's the Mashiach. There's Daniel in the lion's den. Right, you can see this image from this image. Let's keep on going. Now check this out. So now, this is the discovery and excavation of the catacombs, okay? And you can see this image right here. This is another black man with woolly hair. See that? Let me bring it out some. This dude has a cape on. This dude naked. Let's keep on going. So now they're in the catacombs doing their excavations. And it says here that the visits of this scene, of the visits of this sincere and thoughtful admirer were unfortunately to be followed by those of greedy and ignorant looters and vandals, who not only carried off pieces of painted plasterwork detached by the pile drivers in rooms L and M, but who also attempted to remove the finest scenes from the walls, damaging some of them irreparably. These events are dealt with in more detail when we come to describe the monument as a whole. You see that? He's telling you what's going on in these catacombs. this right here is a building that they built, and underground is the catacombs. It's underground. And it says here that in Hall 1 and L and Room L, we recovered only part of the painted plastic work brought down by the power drivers, and practically nothing of what had subsequently been ripped, but subsequently been chipped off by the vandals. You see that? Now as we keep on going here, now they still doing their excavation work in these catacombs, and it says here that all the sepulchres or the graves, the graves in the Arcosolia, even when solidly walled in, had been broken into, if needed, be with sledgehammers. He says we found that galleries 3 and 4 had been almost completely looted, and gallery 6 showed all the signs of robbers, of robbers' works. So these robbers were robbing the catacombs. So if these are black people doing these drawings, who's robbing them? White folks. So it says most of the locally had been broken into, with parts of the corpses often being thrown to the floor. You saw how they did our ancestors? So when you look in these, when you look in this, in these slots, one second, Israel. When you look in these slots, they put the bodies in there, and the people were pulling them out and just throwing them on the floor. These damn devils. Pulling these bodies out and throwing them on the floor. I'm not making this up. You see what this white man is saying? Let's keep on going. Alright? Time to make a part 3, I'll make a part 3. Okay? Now, let's keep on going. Okay. So now, this is the descriptions of the paintings. All right. The description of the paintings. All right. But now now check this out. It says here that the grave, which is entirely cut from the tufa, is about 21.5 inches wide. It had been totally looted. It is faced with the Bardigilio slab high, which had been the front of a sarcophagus. Okay? And it says a space for an inscription had been prepared in the center of the slab, but the inscription itself has now been completely erased. This part of the slab was flanked by 2 Corinthian pilasters, followed by 2 rectangles and strigils, and closed by a Corinthian column at the corners. The left hand part of the slab had been broken through by grave robbers. You see that? The grave itself had been covered by a heavy marble slab, which we found had been removed and thrown down with other debris towards the right hand locus. So why are they doing this? Why are they destroying these images? What are they trying to hide? Okay. Now check this out. Now, as they're doing their excavations and things like that, this is another way that you know that as they're doing their excavations in the tombs, in the catacombs, look what they say that they did. Watch this. Now check this out. So when you see these images like this, you're gonna know what they did. When they so-called trying to preserve the works. Listen to this. Check this out. This is them admitting this stuff. The excavators. He says, our work on the paintings have been limited and cautious. First, we used plaster to retouch the edges of those sections of fresco which had cracked and were at risk of coming away from the rock face. We then proceeded to clean the earth and mud off the painted surfaces as delicately as possible, using mechanical tools only. Listen to this. Where this was not enough, and where the state of preservation of the paintings allowed us to, we washed them with a fine spray, thus almost totally removing the mud and earth. Some of the paintings, which were covered by a calcareous film, were also washed with a solution of water and hydrochloric acid with satisfactory and permanent results. That's why you see this. This is Adam and Eve. You see Adam cutting his parts. This is Eve. What happened? What's going on here? They're washing this stuff off with acids. So I'm giving you the details, people. These people just read these books and show you the pictures, but they're not telling you what's going on. I'm a thorough researcher, Israel. I'm gonna give it to you raw and real. I ain't got time to beat around the bush. These white folks is telling you. They're going in here doing these excavations, trying to preserve the images using acid. I didn't write this stuff. I'm reading what this white man just said. He said some of the paintings, which were covered by calcareous film, were also washed with a solution of water and hydrochloric acid. If you don't know what hydrochloric acid is, look it up. It's like a bleach, but it's 10 times powerful. It's 10 times powerful than bleach. Like here. Now let's get on to some of these images. Like here. This is Daniel in the lion's den, right? Daniel in the lion's den. This is the drunkenness of Noah. You can't even see this. The drunkenness of Noah. So here's your Daniel in the lion's den in this book right here. Here's your Daniel in the lion's den. Black man, curly hair, woolly hair. Let's keep on going. Let's get into some more of these images. So like here, you can't even see this. But we're gonna see another clear picture. This is Jonah being cast into the sea. Where the pictures? Where they at? Who being cast into the sea? Where the people at? Here's Jonah. Here's Jonah resting. You can't even see this. This is Jonah resting. Clearly a black man. He's sitting up on something. In the commentary, they tell you what he's doing. Like here it says, Jonah is angry. The left hand wall and arcosolium of cubicilium, and it says showing Isaac's meal, right? So right here, this is let me see. So how can I do this? Right there. That's Isaac's meal. And then right here, this is Jonah. Let me see if I can bring this out. I'm trying to do the best I can with this stuff, Israel. This is Jonah. And then here he is again right here. I got my magnifying glass on so you can see this. Right? Let's keep on going. We ain't done yet. Here is Moses Here's Moses drawing water from the rock. This is Moses drawing water from the rock. See that? That's Moses drawing water from the rock. Okay? This is the Messiah and the apostles. The Sermon on the Mount. There he is up there. Let me read it to you. My light. It says, on the lower right side of the ark is a representation of Moses drawing water from the rock, according to Exodus. Moses has a short beard and thick hair. Moses has a short beard and thick hair. Below and to the left panel, showing the Sermon on the Mount, Christ, Mashiach on the right, standing on a brown rock, his arm outstretched as he speaks. As he speaks, the 12 disciples can be seen below. There's the Mashiach, and there's the disciples. Now, I told you why they looked like that, because what they was doing. They so-called trying to preserve the stuff. They destroyed it with that chloric acid, with that hydrochloric acid. They done tore their images up. Here's this right here. This image right here is Jacob's ladder. This is Jacob's ladder. Right? And it says here that in the first section, below and to the right, is a panel of Jacob's ladder. He says, a bearded Jacob lies on a mound of stones, open-eyed. It says the angels are young, beardless men in tunics and cloaks. Right? And then this is Abraham meeting with the angels. The angels about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Here's Abraham and the angels. See that? Let's keep on going. Now, this right here, this next image we're about to see is below and to the left is a panel shows Jacob blessing Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph. Jacob is an old bearded man in a tunic and mantle, as in the vision of Mammon. He lies on a couch in an open countryside, represented by various trees, and crossing his arms over the heads of his grandsons who are talking. See that? Here's Jacob and the blessing of Ephraim and Manasseh. I want you to see this. There's Ephraim and Manasseh. And these are Negro people. These ain't no Hispanics and Native American Indians. These are Negroes. These are black people. You see that? These are Negroes. I'm trying to do the best I can, Israel. But I want you to see this. All right? Down here is Joseph's dream. When these people drew this stuff, they knew what the hell they was talking about. They were no dummies. Isaac's Mill. And up there is, it says, in the arc of the first section is A, it says showing the expulsion of Adam and Eve from the garden. Okay. And then check this out. It says that, okay. So it says here that, now check this out, Israel. This is showing Adam and Eve being thrown from the garden. It says here that God is represented as an old bearded man. With his right hand, he pushes Adam and Eve away. So, in the book of Adam, in the garden of Adam and Eve, when it says that God was walking, it wasn't no damn spirit. He was walking. He had flesh. Oh my God, man! Look at this. Where is it at? So there's the Most High pushing Adam and Eve out of the garden. If you could see this. They say he's a bearded man. And there's Adam and Eve. Here's Balaam and a donkey. That's the Balaam and a donkey. Right? And there is the angel with a stick in his hand, driving him away. Here's Cain and Abel. Right? It says here that this is what they're doing. They're showing you in the commentary what they're doing. Down here is them finding Moses, the baby Moses. There he is down there. I'm trying to do the best I can in this room because if you gotta get the book, man, there's Moses down there. Excuse the lighting. I'm trying to do the best I can. There's Moses right there, the baby, and here the women. Okay. This is Joseph. This is Joseph talking to his brothers in Egypt. This is Joseph talking to his brothers in Egypt. Right here. Right here. Okay? Let's keep on going. This is Samson. Samson drives 300 foxes into the fields of the Philistines. And that's a symbol. That's symbology because I read it. I read it why he's doing that. Why they say that. About 300 foxes and things like that. It's symbology, but it means something. This is Lot fleeing from Sodom, taking his 2 daughters by the hand. Okay? This is the crossing of the Red Sea. You can see that. If you can see that, those are black people. And then they hit the horses. They're being drowned and all that stuff. This is the raising of Lazarus from the dead with a pillar of fire. And Moses receiving the 10 Commandments. Now I want to show you here. So up here is supposed to be Moses receiving the 10 Commandments. You can't really see that, but we're going to get a better image of that. Right? So this is, these are all Negroes. And that's Mashiach raising Lazarus from the dead. Say, come forth, Lazarus. And his people are looking at this miracle. Somebody has to be documenting stuff and witnesses seeing this stuff with their own eyes. You can see that these are black people. He was Abraham about to sacrifice Isaac. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not a black man? Come on, man. Come on, man. So I keep it raw. This is Job and his wife. Excuse the lighting. This is Job and his wife. Right? And keep on going. This is Jonah in the well. And you got a fro. This is Jonah resting. That's not a black man? A black man. These are Negroes. This down here is a grave digger. When somebody dies, you gotta dig the graves. It's a grave digger. Let's keep on going. I'm doing all this stuff for free. All of it for free. This is the angel. Now listen to this, Israel. This is the angel standing in Balaam's way, right? Look at that dude. That's the angel. And he has a fro. And there's Balaam on his donkey. See that? So you mean to tell me these people couldn't draw back then? They were just that dumb, huh? Okay. All right. Look at this. Look what they say. It says, the angel standing in Balaam's way. It says, here Balaam and the angel look towards us. Their eyes are wide open. The sword brandished by the angel looks like a large dagger. Only the angel is bearded. So the angel has we just looked at, the angel has a beard. Can you see that? This dude got a beard. Let's keep on going. I'm out of time. Here's Samson with the jawbone of an ass. And here are the people down here he done killed. You see them laying on the ground? You get a better shot. There he is. Samson, black man. And look at the people trying to run away because he done killed these niggas. And they tell you down here in the footnote. It says, Samson smites the Philistines with the jawbone of an ass. To the left, the Philistines are fleeing. They are dressed only in short tunics. 9 are already dead and are lying in their blood on the ground. See that? They trying to run away from this man. They done killed their ass. Let's keep on going. This is the Messiah and the woman at the well. If you can't see that this dude got a fro, your ass colorblind. This is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd century. This is the earliest images of other Hebrews, other Christians. So if you say that the Christians are some white folks, you're a liar. You're lying. You're lying. Here's Christ and Paul. Did I say Paul had a bald head? Don't think they got a bald head? These people weren't dumb when they were drawing this stuff, man. They knew what the hell they were talking about. Look at that. Bald head nigga. This is like our granddaddy. Alright? Here is Jonah cast into the sea. This is Jonah being cast. They throwing his ass in the sea in the water. If that nigga got an afro, I don't know what that is. He got an afro. These are black people. And they throwing this nigga in the water. See that? They throwing him in the sea. Black people. Let's keep on going. Here's Jonah, angry again. Okay? And there's Jonah resting. Now they had something here called Noah in the ark. Noah in the ark. Alright? Like right here. As you can see, the images started getting lighter. Because they in these catacombs, looking at these images, they can't believe what they're seeing. Like, black people did this? Negroes? Oh, hell no. We gotta lighten these images up. We need to change their hair texture. Look at this. This is an Egyptian soldier and an Israelite. Egyptian soldier and an Israelite soldier. Israelite soldier. Both black people. Here's, now remember I showed you the raising of Lazarus from the dead, right? That's the raising of Lazarus from the dead. Now you see how they start to mess with the images. Now we go into this book right here, the Catacombs, the Art of the Catacombs, the Art of the Roman Catacombs. Here's that same image right here. It is right here. Okay? And in the image above, what you see here is this. What you see up here, that's Moses receiving the Ten Commandments from the Most High. You see that? It says here that, let's see here. I'm trying to find where that part is at. That's Moses, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's raising Lazarus from the dead. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to read it for you, Israel. Okay, so right here it says, we just looked at, it says, above as in figure 67, is the column of fire, and Moses receiving the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. It says here the column has a more visible base. The painter has detached the column from its base and has given it a second one as an afterthought. And the flames are clearly visible on the capital. Moses is bearded, wearing a tunic and mantle. The hand of God, Yahuwah, the hand of Yahuwah, the Most High, giving him the two tablets can be clearly seen. So what they're talking about? They're talking about this image right here. Moses getting the Ten Commandments. Right there. He's getting the Ten Commandments. Beard, Ten Commandments. He's up on the mount. This book right here. You can see that. I'm trying to do the best I can, Israel. Right there. The Most High's hands. He's giving Moses the tablet, the Ten Commandments. Okay? Now, here's Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel in the lion's den. Is that a white man or a black man? That nigga got an afro. That's a black people, man. Come on, man. Won't you people wake the hell up? Golly. That's why it be pissing me off, man. It pisses me off. Here is, now check this out. They say here, this is Noah in the ark. This is Noah in the ark. But you see, I got them whitewashed. Okay? Now, if we go into this book right here, the Ark of the Roman Catacomb, let's see if we can find that same image. Give me 1 second, Israel. I'm going to find it. I'm looking at my time, trying to see how much time I have left. Okay, I'm about to come back to it. But right here, this is Moses striking the rock. And it's Moses taking off his feet, taking off his shoes. Right? As Moses taking off his shoes, then he's striking the rock. Okay? And then right here, there's another image of the sacrifice of Isaac. Okay? Daniel in the lion's den. Here's the Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace. Okay, the 3 Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace. Like right here it is right here. 3 Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace. Well, the Hebrews supposed to be some goddamn white people. Well, how come in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd century they got them painted as black people with afros? Just like that white man said, the one who I talked to, he said that they have afro texture hair, curly hair, woolly hair. These are no damn British Israelites. These are no goddamn Mexicans, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. These are Negroes. These are Negroes. Okay? Let's keep on going. This right here is the Messiah turning water into wine. We all know that story, right? He turned water into wine. He turned water into wine. Okay? Let's see what else we have. Okay, I think that's it. I want to show you the one with Noah. And I just went through this whole book, Israel. You know how much this book costs? I just went through this whole book for free, showing these images and reading the commentary for free. And I haven't asked you for a damn dime. Because I don't want your money. Now I want to find here the section with Noah in the ark, but I don't think I'm gonna have no time to find it because I'm holding my camera with one hand and trying to find it in the other hand, so it might not work out that good. Okay. But you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. I'll believe it. All this damn research, all this history, and you just brushed off as garbage and BS? Come on, man. That was just like that. But like I said, if you read this book right here, you're gonna see that this book right here, the Art of the Roman Catacomb, you're gonna see that they were using our ancestors, the Romans. The Romans were white people. The Israelites, the Christians were Negroes. And they were being persecuted. They were being persecuted because they didn't worship the Romans' gods. You know what I'm saying? So it tells you in this book that they were being used as street lights. They would burn their bodies. And when the lights went out, when the sun went down, you know what I'm saying, they would burn their bodies as street lights. I've read it before in this book. I think I went over it before in one of my lessons. That they used their bodies as street lights. You see how they did our ancestors, man? Our people? You don't think it was happening back then with black versus white? It's still happening today. That's why I say there's nothing new under the sun. So, you know what I'm saying? It's up for you to believe it or not. I'm showing you with definitive proof. I'm showing you the people who I have talked to, what the people have recommended that I read and check out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to listen to it again what this white man just said.
Initially, an accurate reflection of the majority of people who would have been around at that time. Look at these telling images from a Jewish synagogue in Syria. They were painted in the 3rd century, less than 200 years from the time of Jesus. They're the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world.
Let me pause that. Let me take this out. 1 second, bro. I gotta try to maneuver and do stuff so y'all can see what's going on here. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so I showed you the definition of wool in the Clarendon Dictionary. It's a soft curled hair of sheep and other animals, closely curled hair of Negroes. And then if we go back to the video, what the guy said.
You have to understand the initial in Syria. They were painted in the 3rd century, less than time. Look at these telling images from a Jewish synagogue in Syria. They were painted in the 3rd century, less than 200 years from the time of Jesus. They're the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world. And fashions back then.
The earliest pictures of Jewish, Hebrew people in the world. They weren't Jewish, they were Hebrews. The earliest picture of Hebrew people in the world, meaning these are Negroes.
Changed slowly.
The kind of hairstyle that you get, it's short, it's curly, it's, if you like, afro in style.
Afros. Who do you know got afros? African-American Negroes. What do they call us? Afro-Americans? Afro, they give you the answers. It's for you to put the pieces together. They're telling you. He said, did these people have Afro texture style hair? Let's type in Afro American. Let's see what image pop up. It could be no damn white people. Afro American. Yeah, you type in Afro Americans, what images pop up? And what black people popping up? See no goddamn white people. This is our history, man. This is our history book. And it's being promoted all around the world. And we the only ones who don't know no better. Like, man, this book's talking about my black ass? Yeah, you fool. It's talking about you. You idiots. Let's keep on going.
And this seems to be almost uniform in the way that Jesus depicted there. It's unlikely that Jesus' skin tones were white in the traditional, as you get it in much of the traditional art, as you get it in Hollywood Jesuses. It's more likely had darker skin tones and is much more likely to have looked something like this.
You have to understand.
See that? To go back.
Time of Jesus.
Of the majority of people who would have been around at that time.
Look at these telling images from a Jewish synagogue in Syria. They were painted in the 3rd century, less than 200 years from the time of Jesus. They're the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world. In fact,
So these are the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world. So that means that the so-called Jewish people you see today in Israel are not it. They're not it. If they're not Negroes or Afro woolly hair, they're not the chosen people of the book of the Bible. It's not them.
back then changed slowly.
The kind of hairstyle that you get, it's short, it's curly, it's, if you like, Afro in style.
He said short, curly, Afro in style. Whoa, the soft curled hair. What did this man just say? What these people? What texture was their hair?
Time of Jesus. They're the earliest pictures of Jewish people in the world, and fashions back then changed slowly.
The kind of hairstyle that you get, it's short, it's curly, it's, if you like, Afro in style.
It's short, it's curly, Afro in style. Short, curly, Afro in style. Wool, the soft curled hair of sheep and other animals. Closely curled hair of Negroes. I'm a Negro. So these people that you're reading about in this book, in this Bible, these images that you're seeing, are my ancestors. They're Negroes, Hebrews. We are Hebrews. If you're an African-American Negro that's been scattered all over across the world, you are a Hebrew Israelite. You come from these people. It's a part of your blood. It's your bloodline. It's your DNA. It's your heritage. Not just no goddamn February Black History Month. That's garbage. That's trash. That's BS. Our history goes back to the beginning. Let's keep on listening.
Afro in style. And this seems to be almost uniform in the way that Jesus depicted there. It's unlikely that Jesus' skin tones were white in the traditional, as you get it in much of the traditional art, as you get it in Hollywood Jesuses. It's more likely had darker skin tones and is much more likely to have looked something like this.
You see that? Let's go back to, and I'm gonna end my lesson. Let's go back to Acts 13:1. The disciples, the Mashiach's, Christ's apostles, his disciples were Negroes. He hung with niggers, his people. In the Igbo language, nigger means master, you are my God, I'm here to worship you. Master, nigger in the Igbo language means king. And negress means queen. Now, in the Strong Concordance, I got to keep on stressing it because so you niggas will understand this. In the Greek, so the Christians, the ancient Christians, the Israelites, the Christians were called Nazarenes. They were Nazarites. And in the Greek, it says nigger, a Christian. So if you are a Christian, you're professing yourself to be a nigger, a follower of a black man. If you're not a follower of a black man, of the black Mashiach, who you following? You're following the Antichrist. You're following this white man. You're following this false and phony image. You're following Jesus. You're following Caesar Borgia. You're following this white man. Who the hell is this, man? Who the hell is this? Who is this? Who the hell is this? Answer that question. It says Christians, nigger. They're telling you how to pronounce this stuff. Nigger. I'm not saying this in a racist way. I'm saying it for you to understand this. Nigger. Definition, nigger, a Christian. A proper name, nigger. You drop down here. It says of Latin darkened color. Niggers, Negroes, niggers, Hebrews, Christians, ancient Christians, Mashiach, Jesus Christ, Yahushua Mashiach is a Negro. He's a nigger. So that means that if he's dark in color, if the Mashiach is dark in color, and he says, if you have seen me, you've seen the Father, that means he and his Father are one. They both are Negroes. They're niggers. Come to the terms and grips of the stuff. So when he returns, who are you going to see? You're not going to see this white boy. Who the hell is this? You're not going to see this. You're going to see a Negro. You're going to see somebody dark in color with nappy woolly hair. You see what the white man said, the one who I talked to, Mark Goodhart, this white man, Mark Goodhart, he's alive. I just talked to him a couple of days ago. I've proven it in my email. Mark Goodhart, this man right here, I just spoke with him on the phone. Mark Goodhart, thanks for your email, Jonathan. These are interesting questions. I recommend you now read Joanne Taylor's book, What Did Jesus Look Like? Well, guess what? In her book, she is a lady by the name of Catherine, I forget her last name. She paints a description of Mashiach. He's a damn black man. And she even said throughout her whole book that white Jesus is a false image. That's Trinitarian crap. That's garbage. That's trash. That's trash. I debate anybody on here who tries to say that the Mashiach is not real. None of the people in the Bible is not real. I debate any one of you. I debate anyone. I have no problem. No problem. This is not about winning or losing. This is about truth. You stand for what truth really is. Oh, it's spiritual. Oh, it's spiritual. Guess what? You can't leave out the natural as well. You can't leave out the natural, the physical. What came first? The spiritual or the physical? What did the Most High do? He dug in the dirt, formed man, molded him, shaped him in his image and likeness. Then he breathed in him the Ruach, the breath of life. He breathed into Adam and Eve the breath of life, his Ruach HaKodesh. Without that, we're dead. We don't have life. So you mean to tell me he's not a breathing, living being? What the hell is he? There's some brain floating out of space? Some type of computer? What is he? Is he a man, person, place, a thing? What is he? Answer that question. Did you know what your Heavenly Father looks like? What is he, a goddamn robot? What is he? Did you know what he is? Who he is? With that being said, I say peace and shalom. Click and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.